just showed you around Orange County with two award-winning realtors, a real estate team with Compass, Shawn and Helena Noonan. They're sitting down with us here today, and we are introducing you to the show here. So it's good to sit you down.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you bet. So, all right, the American Dream national show centered around real estate. In each market, I always say it's a real show, not a reality show. And we choose real top-performing teams, and we aligned with you guys. Excited to have you in the studio. So let's talk about your vision for the show and showing off Orange County, because it's not just the real estate. It's the lifestyle. It's the culture. You guys live, work, and play there. So I'll start with you, Shawn. Why do you love Orange County, and what are we going to bring to life on the show?
I think Orange County has a lot to offer, Craig, if you look at it. I think people have seen it on TV, and they develop a certain impression of what they think life is like there. But we've lived there for 18 years now, and I think one of the things we notice is the incredible amount of diversity you have there. You know, you've got a lot of different communities. Each one has its own personality. Each one is known for different things. It has different things to offer from a housing perspective, depending on what people are looking for. You know, it's a great place to raise a family if that's what you're looking to do. There's a lot of people there who have second homes. There's a lot of industry and technology moving to the area now, so we've seen a lot of businesses coming into the area. So just a lot of growth and excitement going on over there in the last couple of years.
Orange County is kind of like Europe. You know, it's like you got Germany and France, and you know, they're different cultures. Now, obviously, it's still American culture, but there's a big difference between you guys are in Laguna, and then you go up and you have Huntington Beach and Irvine and Newport. I mean, these are all very unique areas, especially when we talk about real estate. But Laguna, so that's where you guys, that's kind of backyard, and you expand from there. Tell us about that area.
Well, Laguna is very special to me. It's a place that is small enough, but it's big that you have several things that you can do in the city. And not only that, Craig, if you think about it, you're literally, where we live, 2 minutes to the beach. So we're right there. We have a beautiful view from our backyard, and we are not in certain areas that are really, really busy. So we get the best of both worlds, in my opinion.
Fun stuff, got it. Real estate market, all housing markets are local. What are we seeing now? I mean, it's a crazy time right now. You have this COVID thing. I mean, I thought the market would tank. It kind of did for a moment, and then it's taken off. So I know you guys are having a huge year up there. How's real estate going?
Yes, we are quite concerned when the whole thing started. Of course, everybody was. We didn't know what was happening. We had no clue, right? So as a team, what we did was we're like, okay, we're going to have to make some changes and go with the flow. But we never stopped. We never stopped serving our clients.
It's funny that you say that, because the real estate industry is going through such disruption right now. And you know, tech's involved in trying to gain their market share, and it's really just kind of a fascinating space. You can't replace the human being, right? And I don't even think tech wants to necessarily do that, but a time like we're in right now, to be able to have someone that you could rely on and actually navigate this, and we're learning at the same time, but you know, from then till now, the market's on fire, inventory's low, prices are going up. So what are you seeing now, Shawn?
I think the market's responded in a very interesting way. Elena mentioned, in the beginning we saw it was just a complete shutdown. And I think people were just concerned. They didn't know what was going to happen. And then if you recall, they declared real estate an essential business in California.
That's right.
And things started to kind of open up a little bit. And I think what this whole situation forced people to do was really re-examine what was important to them. I think the concept of a home was something that they always thought about it, and we thought it was important, but I think when you go through something like this pandemic, you're really forced to look at your life and say, what's important to me, and if I'm going to be spending a lot of time at home or in my home, what do I really need to have in a home? And so once that kind of mandate lifted that we were going to get back to business, we saw a tremendous amount of activity, and I think it was fueled by the fact that people were looking to really establish a home for themselves. And for a lot of people, that meant moving to a larger home. For some people, that meant moving to a smaller home. And I think people that maybe had been in a situation where they were waiting to make decisions realized that life is short and maybe we better get moving.
Or office space, or have a pool, or whatever it may be. I'll just share a personal story. So my wife and I moved into our new home in February. So right before COVID. And then COVID happened. And of course, I'm like, all right, we're about to take a bath on the property value. So, but a good thing is we're going to be here for a while. That was my knee-jerk reaction. Of course, I have a background in real estate. Naturally, I'm going to say stuff like that. And then we've talked, and we're like, aren't we glad we did this before COVID? Because at that time, people were like not buying and moving and freezing. We're like, aren't we glad we did it? And now I say, even if we hadn't done it, we would have gone nuts in our own home. You know, we just had 2 kids. We're growing. By the way, twins. You know, we did pop.
That's what I wanted, but I got the Irish twins.
Hey, so with that being said, we look back on it and like, who would have thought all of this would have happened in this psychological roller coaster? And ultimately, Seth O'Byrne, who you know, he's also with Compass. He was our realtor. I got a background in real estate, and I still use a realtor. And he guided us move up, and he did a phenomenal job and guided us. So that trust factor is super important. All right, so we're finishing up the year, going into a new year. I know election, COVID, inventory, crazy time. So very tough to predict, and you didn't bring a crystal ball. But let's start with you, Shawn, then we'll go to you, Helena. What do you think 2021 looks like in Orange County specifically, real estate?
Yeah, that's a good question. We get that question all the time, right? And obviously it depends on what part of the market you're in. There's a lot of different segments to the market. But I think generally speaking right now, we think 2021 is going to be a very good year.
All right, so what do you think 2021 real estate market?
I actually really like talking about it, you know, Craig, because I'm the eternal optimistic.
Okay.
I was born happy. That's who I am, right? So what I really think is going to happen is that people are so sick and tired of 2020 and all the issues that people are actually making 2021 to be great.
Can you imagine New Year's Eve this year? It's going to be a party.
Thank God it's over, right?
Right.
And by thinking that way, in my opinion, I think people are going to make 2021 to be the best ever.
Yeah.
Don't you think it makes sense?
Well,
people
I think
are ready.
we're cooped up. You know, this quarantine thing, I feel like a lion in a zoo sometimes, stuck in home. And I don't care if it's a nice zoo or not. We are not meant to be this way. I don't know. New Year's Eve is always kind of this like opportunity to hit control, delete. And I think this year more than others, it's maybe a chance to turn the corner.
Very second.
But you think real estate does pretty well next year?
I think it will be fantastic. And people that could not make a move this year for whatever reason, they will make a move next year. I'm very optimistic about it. I really am. And that is, I've been talking to people every single day, and many, many people, and I'm asking questions. And that's how I feel. People are like, if people did not make a decision this year, for sure next year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and I referenced earlier, you guys are with Compass, great brand, Robert Refkin, great CEO. So what's next for you guys in 2021 with Compass and your real estate business? What do you think you have in store? Are you looking to grow, or?
We're looking to grow our business. You know, we've grown our business over the years very organically.
Yeah.
And I think when we say organically, sometimes people assume that means without purpose, but that's definitely not the case. We've been very purposeful in our growth, but very organic in a sense. And one of the things we recognize with Compass is it's a company who's brought technology to the marketplace that is really there to improve the agent experience, but also the client experience. And I think you're in and around this business. There's a lot of companies right now that are trying to use technology to replace the agent. And we feel that the agent is just a critical part of this process and will always be. And Compass really gives us the tools that we need to empower our clients to do business in the new millennium. So we're excited about that part of it. I think the show, the opportunity that this presents to get out into the market, to give greater exposure to our clients, greater exposure to our listings, and educate consumers. I think a big part of our show as we go around Orange County is going to be showing people how this business works, how we prepare our homes, and how we go about our business, and really the great opportunity people have to live in Orange County.
So now I know why you married him. Did you know that? What an awesome answer though. Your entire answer was. Context was around the people you serve. Yeah. It wasn't you and commission and things like that, which you get with Realtor Talk from time to time, and you guys are obviously very different. But to hear that answer come through the lens of the value that this provides to the consumer is really awesome. Making an economic impact with what you guys do, it's super important. You need food, you need water, and you need shelter. So you guys help on the third part. So thank you so much for joining the American Dream, bringing a story to Orange County and helping families with their American Dream of homeownership out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
All right, love having you in studio. More of the American Dream with the Noonans coming up next.